Full Contact Podcast, buckle up, you heard, like, follow, and share. Lycoming, you heard, we dare. Pulses of the port, and why do people leave? Crank up the truth with Beth and Steve.
Welcome back to Lycoming, ya heard. I'm Steve Marshall.
And I'm Beth Fulmer. Okay, so if you live here in Lycoming County, like us, staying up on local stuff is, well, it's pretty important, right? Especially how we get our news.
Absolutely. And that brings us to this recent piece from FAFO Media, written by Mustin, Hale. It takes a close look at the Williamsport Sun-Gazette.
Yeah, and it's stirring things up a bit. The core issue seems to be these accusations FAFO Media is making against the Sun-Gazette claims of censorship and bias.
Which is significant because, the Sun-Gazette is often where official notices appear, like government meeting times and that sort of thing. It's seen as the record for many.
And the source here is FAFO Media. They describe themselves as independent, unbiased, web-based, operating through Lycoming County Ya Heard and social media.
So FAFO's central claim, what they're really focusing on, is that the Sun-Gazette has apparently blocked them, FAFO Media and Lycoming County Ya Heard, from their Facebook page.
Right, and not just the main pages. They also mention personal profiles linked to FAFO being blocked. For almost a decade, they say, even people who were paying subscribers to the Sun-Gazette.
Wow, okay. The article argues that actions like that, well, they potentially undermine free speech.
Yeah.
Especially coming from an outlet that handles public information distribution.
It's a serious charge, and they tie it into the timing, too. With the May 20th primary coming up.
The concern raised is whether suppressing certain voices or outlets could impact, transparency and accountability for us citizens right before an election.
Makes sense. The article also touches on the bigger picture of media today.
Yeah, the whole shift. Physical newspapers declining while everyone wants instant info online through social media. That's where FAFO operates.
Though they do acknowledge briefly the feel of print, the tactile thing, but the main point is the move to digital for relevance.
And they give a specific instance to back up their claims. This involves the prison board back in October 2024, an executive session.
What happened there?
Apparently, according to FAFO's article, Deputy Warden Christopher Ebner said something to the Sun-Gazette reporter Pat Crosley, something like, "You're on blast now," about an article discussing prison services.
On blast now.
Okay. And then the Sun-Gazette published an article titled, "Lycoming County Inmates Offered Programs to Better Their Lives." FAFO Media suggests, or implies, that this piece seemed maybe influenced by county officials after that interaction.
So they're drawing a line between that comment and the subsequent article's angle.
That seems to be the suggestion. It highlights that potential tension, between independent reporting and the narrative officials might prefer. Oh, and an executive session, for anyone listening, that's typically a private meeting, not open to the public usually.
Gotcha. And all this, FAFO says, is why they exist, to provide that independent voice specifically for Lycoming County.
Right. And they wrap up the article pretty pointedly.
Yeah, quoting here, "Make room at the county media table, Pat. We're here to stay." It's quite direct.
It is. So what this article lays out is basically a conflict. A local, independent online outlet accusing the established local paper, which handles public info, of censorship and bias.
And that really brings it back to you listening in Lycoming County. Thinking about how you get your local news is, well, it's crucial.
Definitely. Are you getting the whole picture? Are different perspectives available to you?
Maybe take a moment to consider your own news sources.
Yeah, think about how the kind of dynamics described in this article might influence the information that lands in front of you. It could be worthwhile to, check out both the Sun-Gazette and FAFO Media yourself. See what you think.
The shore has no snooky, that's the word. And Missy Lane's sugar cookies slap, you heard, like, follow and share. Lycoming, you heard, we dare. Pulses of the port, and why do people leave? Crank up the truth with Beth and Steve.